Dear learners, welcome to Excel Power Tool series. In this video, we are going to learn append operation and we are going to learn how to append queries with three or more data sets. To begin with this, please download the files from the link given in the description box below. Let's start with the practical. The moment you download the file, you will see a file called EPT Unit 1 folders, and inside that you will have all the files. Now, first of all, let's understand what kind of data is given to us. This time, we have been given one online training report which is in the PDF format. So first of all, let's just double click on the online training report to open and check out what is there inside the data file. So if you see, the report is in something this output where we have on the page 1 page header is there, OTA reporting system. Then we have some title, OTA sales might level 1 status report. Then we have some image, and we have been given some data with header called staff ID, then staff name, and then status. So basically these are the status report of the employees with the staff ID whose training is either completed or started. And at the bottom of the page, there is a footer which is page 1 of 3, which is written on the first page. Now, let's go to second page. So if you go to the second page, again you are having OTA reporting system, which is a part of a header of the page, and footer of the page is page 2 of 3. And here we have been given some IDs, but this time header is not there. Just like staff ID, it was written in the previous page, but then this page directly the records are given in terms of staff ID, staff name, and status. If I go to third page, I can see again the header and footer are there, page 3 of 3. Then I am having some IDs and I am having some name and I am having the status of the training report completion. Now, this time we have been given a PDF, and in PDF we have pages. And as of now, I am having 3 pages which are listed. Now, suppose whenever we have been given a PDF file, then we will learn today how to import this PDF file and how to create query from the PDF file. So let's start with it. Let's open the file EPT 106 append queries with 3 or more data sets. Just double click on the file to open the Excel file. Click on enable editing if it is asked for, and click on enable content which is asked for. Now, and this time we have not been told to report the data on any of the blank sheet. So remember, we will plot on the new blank workbook. First of all, let's understand where to get this PDF option. So let's start with it. Let's go to data. Then we have to go to get data. Then we have to go to from file, and from file you might be having this option called from PDF. Let's select the PDF file. Just click on from PDF. You will be asked to navigate it where you have downloaded the file. I am having this file in my EPT Unit 1 folder, and this is my file which I am going to import PDF online training report.pdf. By selecting the online PDF report.pdf file and then click on import. The moment you click on import, you will see all the data which is there in the PDF file will be extracted. One important thing to note is that when you have a table data into the page format or in the PDF format, the table will be listed over here separately. So if you see, tables will be automatically created if the data is in the tabular format or in the table format in the PDF. So let's understand this one. If you see, it is written table 001 in the bracket, it is written page 1. The meaning of it is, on the page 1 of the PDF, there is one table which is created, and if you see, the preview is shown over here. Staff ID and all the IDs are listed over here. Then we have staff name and all the names are listed over here. Status, all the status are listed over here. If I click on table 2, you will see I can see only tabular data. Since there were no headers, by default the system has taken column 1 as the heading, column 2 as the heading, and column 3 as the heading on page 2. Similarly, on page 3, there's one another table where there were no headers, so by default system has taken column 1 as the header, column 2 as the header, and column 3 as the header, and respective records are there into it. Now if you click on page 1, you will see that all the data which are there in the PDF will be extracted. So if you remember, the first thing it was written OTA reporting system. So that first row has taken as a header, and where there are no data, it will take column 1, column 2, column 3 as a header name. Then in the original file, we have seen that OTA sales might level 1 status report was written. So it has been taken as a record in the different cells. Below that, if you see, we have staff ID and all the IDs are listed. Then we have null values. Then we have name of the staff. Now, if you see page 1 of 3, which was a footer, that is also taken as a record over here. So if you see, this data will be in page data, every data will be extracted. If you go to page 2, it will take OTA reporting system as the header, and page 2 of 3, that is a record also, and it will put null values. Similarly, if you go to the page 3, it is again going to extract that value. Now, one important thing to remember is that whenever we are having a table inside a PDF file, make sure that we take only table data. Now, since this time we are having 3 pages and 3 tables, we need to extract it. Then we are going to select this option called select multiple items. Let's tick mark on it. So you'll see a square box, tick mark box will come in front of all the tables. I want all these 3 tables to be extracted. So I'll take table 1, table 2, and tick mark table 3. I'll only take table data because I don't want all the data which are there on the page. So please tick table 1, table 2, and table 3. And then we have to click on transform data. Let's click on transform data. The moment you click on transform data, the 3 tables on the left hand side of the page will see table 1, table 2, and table 3 will be there. Now here we need to do some transformation. If you see on the table 1, the headers are appropriately extracted. But if you go on the table 2, it is written column 1, column 2, column 3. And here it is written in table 3 also column 1, column 2, column 3. Now these are the 3 tables which I want in a structured manner. Now, the first thing that what we are going to do is, since here in the table 1 we are having correct header, but if you see in table 2, we are going to rename the headers. So let's just double click on the column 1 to rename it, and we have to give exact name which are there in the table 1. So in table 1, it was written staff, then single space, capital I and capital D. Now, here you need to remember the moment you do the changes, M code is going to be generated. Now this is very important because we are going to use this M code in my third table also. Now let's rename column 2. Right click on it and you can use the option rename also. Let's write down the name. It was staff name. If you check out the M code, it will automatically be generated. Let's double click on column 3 and the header was status. Now, so table 1, the header is there. Table 2, we have created a M code for renaming this table header. So if you see there's an M code table dot rename columns, hashtag change type, column 1 to staff ID, column 2 to staff name, column 3 to status. Basically, this is an M code. Now, here in table 3, you select table 3, I have to do the same operation over here. And we have to make sure that the same header name are written. So instead of renaming manually over here, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this M code. So now it is very important how you to use the M code. Now just click on this drop down in the formula bar. Just select the entire M code. Just right click on it. Copy this M code. Then close this bar. Now we need to go to table 3. Just click on table 3. Now here we cannot directly start writing down the formula over here because this is a Power Query. We have to insert a step over here. Now to insert a step, if you see in the formula bar, you can see f of x. That refers to as the add step. Just click on f of x, that is add step. You will see by default custom one step will be added, hashtag change type. Now just select this entirely, and instead of it, just right click on it and paste your M code over here. Okay, just select it, remove it, and press Ctrl V to paste your entire M code. So you'll see your entire M code is there, and press enter. So we'll see the header name will be, let me just tuck this down. You will see header name will be automatically generated over here in the header part. So now in table 2, we are having the same header. In table 1, we are having the same header. Remember, if you want to append tables, the header name must be same. And you need to take care of the case sensitivity also. Now, if you see table 1, now we need to check for the data type. So in table 1, the staff ID is my text data. Let's replace the current step. Staff name is in the text data. Status, it is there in the text data. Now let's go to table 2. In table 2, again it is a staff ID. We need to check for the data type. I want this is a text data because this is a nominal scale data. In staff ID, it's a text data. It is in the text data type. Status is also in the text and text data type. Now let's go to table 3. Now, staff ID, again it is in the text data. Staff name, it is there in the text data, and status is there in the text data. Now, last time when we were in the Excel, we have gone into data and then combine, and then we have to go to queries. Now here we are going to learn, suppose if we want to append any query inside the query editor, then how we can do it. So if you see in the home tab, you will see there's a combine group, and you can see there's an option called append queries. Now by side there is a drop down. If you click on the drop down, there are two options, append queries and append queries as a new. Let me just make you understand what is the difference between these two. Append query is going to append inside the same query. So it is going to edit this query, and append query is a new. It is going to append all the queries and create a new query. Remember, whenever there is an original data which is coming from file, we always need to make sure that we have to create a new query. So let's select append queries as a new because I do not want to edit this query. I want to create new query. So first of all, let's just click on table 1 because the table 1 was on my first page. Let's click on this drop down append queries and append queries as a new. Please select append queries as a new. So automatically you will see this tab will be open. Now this time I'm having 3 tables. So I will select 3 tables. Now by default table 1 will be there over here. If you see, because we have already selected the table 1 is already over here. Then we can select table 2 and click on add. Alternatively, if you double click on table 3, then also it is going to come over here. Suppose if you have not put the table into the order form, then you can rearrange from here. You can just rearrange. Please make sure that the serial order is in the incremental order which is there inside the original page. So you see page 1, page 2, page 3. It must be in the serial order so that your query becomes the same as it is there in the original file. Once you arrange it, just click on OK. So you will see on the left hand side a new query will come. It's called append 1, right? By default, the name of the query will come as append 1, append 2, append 3 in the serial order. Now, since this is an online training report, we'll give a sensible name. I'll just give capital OT underscore and report because it's an online training report. So I'm just giving the name. Now, if you see, all my data will be staked vertically. And if you see, you can see at the bottom, there are 3 columns and 51 rows. So what this states is, there are 51 employees who have either completed their training or started their training, and the status of it they are given. Now, this is my final output that I wanted. But if you remember, we have created 4 queries. The first query was table 1, the second query was table 2, the third query was table 3, and the fourth one is my appended query, which is the final query OT report 1. Now, OT report 1, it is coming from table 1, table 2, table 3. Now, since I only want to load OT report, I cannot directly load this report in my Excel spreadsheet because the moment you load it, all 4 queries will be loaded. So remember this thing, whenever you have multiple queries, you are only going to create connections. Now let's go to home, close and load. We'll select close and load too. Now, since I have created 4 different queries, I'm not going to load all the queries. So first of all, I'll create only connections. The moment you select only create connection, it will only keep the queries inside the system, but it will not load it. So select only create connection and click on OK. So you will see at the bottom, you will see table 1, table 2, table 3 and OT report. 4 connections are being loaded. Suppose if you have loaded all the query into the table format, you will see 4 different sheets will be created. Table 1, table 2, table 3 and OT report. Right? So make sure when you have multiple query, you first create the connection only. Now, suppose if you want to load this query, you just right click on the OT report, just select the load to option, and then you select the table, and then you select new worksheet because I only want OT report to be loaded. So select the table, select new worksheet, and click on OK. So in this case, only one sheet, which is OT report, that will be loaded over here. If you see OT report, my only OT report is loaded. Else, the number of query that you generate, all that will be listed if you load at that point of time as a table format. So I hope you got the idea that how to load this thing, right? So now if you understand, this data is coming from the PDF file. The PDF file have a 3 different pages. Hence, we have created 3 different queries. And because this query was supposed to be there in a structured data, we have appended all this query and we have created a final structured data, which we call it as the online training report. That we the name is given as OT underscore report. Now, here we have appended 3 different data queries. Now, along with this, let's first of all save the file. Along with this, you can see that I am having some error. Now, we have already seen in the last video how to remove the error. The error simply states that the query is not being loaded from our system. So let's remove the error from the system. Just double click on the enrollments. Now, we have to give our path. So first of all, we will delete or will remove all the steps which has been applied earlier. Now let's go to cog sign. Then we have to navigate using the browse button. Navigate it to the folder where you have saved. My is in the enrollment folder. You please navigate it to the folder where you have downloaded it. Click on the enrollment folder. Don't double click on it. Just single click on the enrollments and click on open. You'll see your entire path will be there. Just click on OK. Again, you will see there's a folder named content. You will see column named content, and along with that, all metadata is also there. Remember, whenever the data is coming from folder and we are solving the query, the data is there in the content column. So except content, please remove all the other columns. So right click on the content column and select remove other columns. We'll see all the other columns will be removed. Then we need to select this option that's called combine file. So here one operation called append that will be done automatically. So let's click on combine files. You will see that all four files with their header, a preview will be shown. Let's click on OK. And all the four files will be appended automatically. You see there are 22 records which are loaded over here. Automatically the folder name came as a query which was already there. Since we are solving this query, the name was already there, enrollments. Now we need to check out for the data type. Staff ID is in the text data type. It's a nominal scale data. And staff name, it's in text. Email ID, it is in the text. Department, it is in the text. Manager, it is in the text data type. Branch is in text data type. Post name, it's in text data type. Post date, it's in the date format. So date data type. So now I've solved the query. Now I'll go to close and load. And this time I'm going to choose only close and load because this query is already loaded. So click on close and load and you will see the file will come from our system. All the query extracted, the data will be extracted. It will be transformed and it will be loaded from our system. And you will see exclamation sign will be removed. Similarly, let's click on staff data. It is already loaded. It is having exclamation sign that represents that query is not created by this system. Let's double click on staff data, staff query. Now again, we have to do the same thing. Let's remove the steps. Now go to source, click on the cog sign. Then we have to give our path. So let's click on browse. Select the staff.accdb file. Please navigate it to this file wherever you have saved on your system. Click on import. You will see your entire path will be there. And click on OK. Now, since the data is coming from file, the data is actually there in the data column, and all the others are metadata. So just right click on the data column, click on remove other columns. Then we need to select expand data. Click on expand. You will see the headers will be visible over here. Please untick use original column name as prefix because I don't want data to be prefixed. Click on OK. Now, here we need to do the operations that we have done previously also. Let's start with first name and last name. Just right click on the column by selecting first name and last name and then select merge column. Let's select space as a separator and let's give this column name staff name. Now let's select the data type. ID must be there in the text data. Staff name, it is already there in the text data. Start date, I want in the date format. Then email ID, I want in the text data type. Then department, I want in the text data. Manager, I want in the text data. Location, I want in the text data type. Let's give this query a name, staff list, press enter. Now let's go to home, close and load, and I'll only choose close and load because it's a loaded query. So now the file will be extracted from our system, all the transformation will be done, and it will be loaded into our system. Similarly, we need to remove the query of course schedule. Let's just double click on it. Let's remove all the steps. Let's click on cog sign. Click on browse. Let's select this file training schedule. Click on import. You will see training schedule location path will be there. Click on OK. Now the data is there in the data column. So let's right click on the data column and click on remove other columns. Now select on the expand icon. Just untick This one use original column name as prefix. Click on OK. Now, the first thing is we need to create appropriate header. My header is there in the first row, so I'll use this option, use first row as a header. Now, I'll do some transformation over here. Let's select the location column. Let's click on transform. Let's select the fill and we'll choose option called fill down. Now, reserving text data, date is there in the date data type. Course code must be there into the text data if it's a nominal scale. Instructor code, again, it's a text data. The course name is already there in the text and training room that is also in the text data. The query name is already given. Now let's go to home, close and load, and we are going to select only close and load. So from our system, data will be extracted, then transformed, and it will be loaded, and you will see the error will be removed, right? Along with that, you will see the helper query. Please do not touch this helper query because these are backend queries. Just tuck this down. We just only need to check out for other queries. So in this file, you'll see we have course list, we have course schedule, we have staff list, we have enrollments, then we have instructor Sydney, instructor others, instructor all, which three has connection. Then we have table 1, table 2, table 3, which is coming from PDF, and the final report, OT report that we have just loaded. So this was appending the queries with three data set and how to resolve the queries for the other files. Now, so in this video, we have learned about appending queries with three or more data set. In the next video, we are going to learn one another operation that's called merge queries. In the merge queries, we have different files and different options which are there that we are going to learn. So please, if you have if you want more such of a videos, please like my video, comment in the section below, share this video with your fellow mates, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel to have the upcoming videos. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you all.